You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZWLP Conroe and 106.1 KZCCLP Conroe and worldwide on the irlonestar.com.
Hello, everyone, and happy Halloween week and last week of early voting. I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News, FM 104.5, 106.1, Lone Star Community Radio out of downtown Conroe. And today we are broadcasting live from the Conroe Tower. So very excited to share with you that the guests today are going to be Dr. Hannah Shelton from Advocate Direct Care, Jeff Hutton from We Clean For You, and Theresa Wagaman, who is running for Position 1, Conroe ISD Board of Trustees. So this show is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic, the best place to go for all your needs, prenatal, infants, kids physicals for school as you get older, anybody. 3303 West Davis Street in Conroe by Conroe High School. Early voting continues, of course, all through this week from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 6 different locations throughout Montgomery County. You can vote at any of them. Bring your ID or your voting card, and then Election Day is next Tuesday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Let's see what happens. So this Thursday is the first Thursday market days in downtown Conroe at Founders Plaza Park. That is over by the Owen Theater. You can get homemade soaps, honeys, jellies, arts and crafts, all kinds of things. And you can even get some free advice from the Montgomery County Master Gardener. So that, again, is at Founders Plaza, starting at 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. or dark, because, as you know, daylight savings starts this next Saturday night. So hope to see you there. Also, Children's Books on Wheels will be having a fish fry from noon to 4 Saturday at 9845 Sleepy Hollow in Tamina. You know, help out the kids with literacy. Reading is just so important, and all the funds from this go to Children's Books on Wheels. Meet the Harmony family. What is the Harmony family? Well, they're a family that has already made their plans as to what's going to happen with their legacy. It's a free webinar, November 1st at 6:30 p.m. on your home computer, or November 3rd at 10:30 a.m. You can find out all this information on Taylorized PR on Facebook or Conroe Culture News. Another thing we can look forward to is Christmas on Main. That will happen again right after the tree lighting, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, which is November 27th, starting at 7 p.m. What can you see there? A whole lot of free family fun. It's going to be even better than it was last year. Last year, there were over 2,000 people that went the 2 blocks on carriage rides, hay rides, or just walked down to see so many wonderful things. There's going to be lots of activities. There's going to be wooden tokens to choose the best Christmas window display. There's going to be carolers, the Jazz Connection, the Montgomery County Choral Society, Hot Wassail from the Players Theater Group, Christmas characters walking around. There's even going to be the story of the night before Christmas, read by the Montgomery County Literary Arts Council, and Santa. So I understand there might also be some bike giveaways. So that, again, is going to be November 27th. You can find that information on Experience Downtown Conroe, the Facebook page. And, oh, yes, there is stuff happening this week as well. The Quarter Pub will have some Celtic music with Christy McLeod and Beyond the Pale. No admission, absolutely free. The music starts at 9 p.m. Tyler and the Train Robbers will be at Pacific Yard House both Friday and Saturday nights, and that is a $5 admission, starts at 10 p.m. Rachel Price will take the stage at Red Brick Tavern on Friday night with the popular JJ and the Stone Ponies pulling on the rock and Texas Country Saturday night at the Red Brick Tavern. What else? Well, the monthly artist reception is Saturday night from 5 to 8 at the Madeley Gallery with the Conroe Art League. That is a monthly free event, and the public is encouraged to go down and visit them. They are located right next to the Red Brick Tavern on Simonton Street, and you can see the new exhibit that's happening for November. And it's the last weekend to see both performances of our local downtown Conroe theaters. You can still get tickets for And Then There Was None at the Owen Theater by the Players Theater Group and Into the Woods at the Crichton Theater put on by Stage Right of Texas. Performances end Friday, November 2nd and Sunday for Into the Woods. Also, Bears Etc. is the charity nonprofit organization for Into the Woods. Now, doesn't that make sense? I think so. Lastly, the Fight Like a Girl benefit to fundraise for Tasha Cheney is Saturday, November 3rd from noon to 7 at Tut's Bar and Grill on Madeley Street. And she is suffering from a rare aggressive form of invasive ductal carcinoma and is seeking assistance for some help with her and her daughter. There's going to be a live and silent auction, cornhole tournament, 50-50 raffle, and go check it out, Tut's Bar and Grill this Saturday from noon to 7. So at this point, we're going to roll into our first guest today, which is Dr. Hannah Shelton. Welcome, Hannah.
Thank you for having me.
This is fun and exciting, huh? Have you done this before?
No,
Okay.
They don't teach you this in medical school or residency.
Darn it all.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wing it as we go along.
Okay.
So Dr. Sheldon is board certified family medicine physician, and she just opened a new office in Conroe. But there's some unique things about your office, right?
Yes. I'm practicing a model called direct primary care, which is becoming kind of more popular. There's about 1,000 clinics over the United States that practice in this model. My company is called Advocate Direct Care, which started 3 weeks ago, so brand new.
3 weeks ago, wow.
Yeah, so, but with this model of medicine, it's a monthly membership, affordable monthly membership, as in way less than a cell phone bill or something like that a month. And with that monthly membership, you get unlimited visits, virtual access.
So you don't
pretty much
pay
anything.
an office fee of
No
15,
copays.
20, 25, 30?
Nope, just for
nothing
that
at all.
$50 a month pretty much is the average price. You can use it like Netflix. You can use it as much as you want.
Like
or a
Netflix.
Costco membership, kind of, yeah. Or a gym even, yeah. So by doing that, it really gives you that time with a patient that you need.
So this is different than the Christian community-based sharing plan.
So that pairs very well with direct primary care. That's more of the catastrophe part. Primary care can handle up to probably 80% of someone's needs, but we don't participate with insurance. Instead, we just do the monthly membership fee just between you and the patient. The health sharing is great for catastrophe part. They usually don't cover up until maybe a bill of $300. They don't do preventative medicine, any of that. So if you pair that with a direct primary care doctor that solves your catastrophic
Needs.
car
Right,
crash,
right.
heart attack, I can't, foresee something like that. But my job is to get you from ever needing that catastrophic insurance by keeping you healthy.
So this is a huge benefit, very innovative and very timely, because insurance costs, medical insurance, have really skyrocketed. What got you into this?
Well, coming from seeing 30 patients in a day, spending, and that's even a low number, I guess, for a lot of primary care physicians,
Really?
seeing about them for 5 minutes, patient-wise, kind of this, and by the way, eat healthy, and then chart for insurance coming home. I just saw myself getting burned out in that system, and I got into family medicine for the relationship with patients. That's kind of garnering that trust and being able to see, patients from when they're young to when they're 20-year-old, and to have that relationship. It's why I got into medicine, and I didn't see myself being happy in the current system.
It's very innovative. So how are you getting the message out, besides this radio show, of course? How are you telling people that you're out there and you want to get new patients and you can help them?
Part is doing stuff like this doesn't come natural, but it's kind of part of getting the word out. There's so many patients that, don't qualify for federally funded, Medicaid, something like that, but that, yes, insurance costs have doubled, tripled in the past 5 years. Most people are having $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 deductibles and premiums of over $300, $400, $500 a month. It's just unaffordable. So I'm finding there's a need for this hardworking middle class that now this is affordable for them. And not only that, you get my cell phone number, my email, and the concierge kind of 24/7 access so that I'm your physician.
So you're like the pocket doctor.
Sure.
Your friend, your companion, your accessory. When you need the doctor, you can text, call, email, whatever to get access to something's wrong with the baby or anything like that.
You're out of town, people, time is money now. You're out of town on the job. You have maybe symptoms of, let's say, urinary tract infection. Well, you call me from a different state. I know you. I know your allergies. I know this. I send in a prescription.
Wow. So you can call in a prescription to wherever they're located.
Yeah, it saves you from the urgent care visit or the ER visit that might cost you $1,000, which is less than pretty much a year monthly or the monthly membership for a year. And then also just knowing what you're going to be charged by. I'm never going to send you a bill later. Everything's run by the extra costs. Besides a monthly membership that includes pretty much all the visits that you want, in-house at no-cost procedures like joint injections, laceration repairs, EKGs, all of that's in-house that is pretty much included in your monthly membership. But then extra costs might be, for instance, labs, blood work. But part of my job is I took a Hippocratic oath to do no harm, and part of it's no financial harm. So I've negotiated with lab companies to have a cholesterol panel for $2.75.
Oh my gosh!
So
say that again. So lab costs are what?
For a cholesterol panel, it's $2.75. For a complete metabolic panel, which checks your liver, kidneys, electrolytes, blood sugar, that's $3.
So why wouldn't somebody do this instead of paying all those high medical costs?
Well,
they just don't know yet.
Yeah.
They just don't know.
It's just if people say, is this what's the catch? And I say, well, if you look into kind of the way things are done in this current system and you kind of add up some numbers and you see that it works. Yeah, it's just getting the word out there.
So what's the average monthly cost?
$50 a month.
$50 a month per person? So.
Yes, so it's an age-based tier, but age from 20 to 44 is $50 a month. Kids are $20 with an adult member. Family of 4 is $120 a month.
Okay, so if you're just listening now, this is for paying a monthly medical insurance. It's so low. You have in your flyer here that CT scans are $240 to $450, MRIs are $250 to $500, and those are usually thousands.
Yes.
Thousands of dollars to get
Yes.
those done. So that's amazing. Cholesterol panel for $275, and it's all about transparency and no hidden fees. So they get this up front and they know what their costs are going to be.
Yeah, I even usually, before I even send them or order their labs at LabCorp, I say, hey, all your new inpatient labs, here's an invoice for $13. Are you okay with that even before I send it? And most patients say, yeah.
Oh my gosh, oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
But
yes.
just everything, keeping it transparent, there's no, there's nothing that you're going to wake up to a month later and say, oh gosh, what is this? There's no contracts. I just ask for a 30-day, hey, this isn't working for me anymore, so I don't hook you into 6 months, but it makes sense for a lot of different people. Like I said, a high deductible plan or any kind of plan, my job is to keep you from ever paying a cent towards your deductible and just keeping that monthly membership fee. Huge for small businesses that are self-funded.
Oh, yeah.
So pairing with kind of a catastrophe part with that, self-funded businesses are saving up to 50% of their employees' health care. Actually, for me, it's only $50. If a small business signs up with me, it's $50 a month per employee. That's it. And they can be sick, healthy. There's no discrimination in what kind of patients.
That's amazing. So your office is located on Longmire Road, 303 Longmire, and your website is advocatedirectcare.com. So
Correct.
people can look at that, sign up, become a member, and they still would have to have catastrophic something.
I recommend
for
that.
major,
I don't.
major medical.
Yeah, I recommend that you do need that part of your plan, but I can help. I work with some brokers, and then I know enough about some health sharing that I help you find help you find the right fit for you. And right now, I'm currently at a temporary location for another month or two while my location is being built, but it's just right.
So
by
is this one built 303?
It's actually they actually finally put up the infrastructure. So hopefully that will be done, but my temporary location's right by the Conroe High School, so less than a half a mile away. But if you just call 936-228-8187, I answer right now. It's
Right
just
to
me.
the doctor.
Yes, and people are like, wait, I didn't know you were going to answer, and I'm like, part of it's
okay.
just getting the message out.
Right.
It's part of it, but I think once it starts, people are already telling their friends about it, and hopefully word of mouth will get the story around.
What's your Facebook page?
Facebook page is just Advocate Direct Care, .com.
Consistency.
Yep, that's
Good.
it.
So we've already talked about your membership, and so you wanted to start this up to help people and have better relationships with them, to really be a doctor, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, part of this for me is I kind of saw what I was doing, and I just didn't feel like that was for me. I felt like I could be a better doctor and have those relationships long term with patients. And people now are just going to the doctor when they're sick. I want you to come when you're well. I want to keep you from getting sick, and people don't want to
hang out with the doctor.
Well, also it's these co-pays. I had this patient that was telling me a story that she kind of put off she didn't want to pay their copay. She had good insurance, but didn't want to pay the copay, had a slippery nose, that sort of thing, but didn't want to go in. And then before she knew it, she had full-blown pneumonia and ended up in the hospital. But it's because she, was trying to avoid that whole visit, going to the deductible and going to the
preventive care.
So this is
Right.
kind of, if you're paying monthly, doesn't matter, how much you use me or don't, it promotes that relationship. There's no catch about it.
So why is the healthcare getting so out of hand? Do you know? What is your perspective on that?
Interesting.
Not trying to put you on the spot. I'm just
there's
wondering.
a lot of direct primary care. There's a lot of great advocates in Washington and kind of stuff like that are trying to get this movement as maybe a possible solution for part of our healthcare. One reason is, if you look at any other insurance like car insurance or homeowners insurance, they're not paying for an oil change or put gas in your car or for, something minor. And kind of healthcare is taking on all this extra cost by caring for primary care when really probably should just be, just for catastrophe parts. So it's kind of weighting down a lot of the costs. And
So like you said earlier, it takes away the fluff.
it takes
right?
it takes
So
away
you're
a lot
hitting
of
right
the
to the
fluff.
core of what you need, and
you know.
not having to pay all those extra things.
Right, and if you just take it back down to the patient and the doctor, and doctors aren't the best about, for me, it's hard to even ask for someone for payment. That's just not something that, it's different. But it's a business, and patients are thankful and grateful that, you're transparent with them and telling them the upfront costs. And I've found that just in this past 3 weeks, I've been so blessed and fortunate to be able to do this, and I have amazing patients so far, and everyone's just so thankful that this is an option for them. So I'm just truly blessed that I found this, and have a very supportive, loving husband that's kind of my silent partner, and I'm able to do something like this. So it's really just blessed.
So you're a general practitioner, and you enjoy being with the people. What is your background? Where did you go to school?
I went to medical school, went to college at the University of Georgia, so I liked this football game this last weekend, but college football fan. But I went to medical school in Fort Worth at Texas College of Osteopathic Medicine, and then I actually did my residency training right here in Conroe, right at Conroe Regional and the Lone Star Health Clinic behind there. So that's another huge advantage, is I've gotten to know a lot of specialists and the medical community, and kind of have already started talking to a lot of, for example, a cardiologist that I know and really trust. I went up to him and I said, hey, for my patients, would you, they don't have insurance, would you give this price for an echo or something like that. And he said, oh, yeah, sure. And then he even asked me about maybe being able to take care of his employees so they could, lower their monthly premiums and go to a higher deductible plan. So it's kind of, it's really, it's really neat. And I'm able to know and be able to refer to, other people when I can't handle something that are willing to negotiate low cash prices because they believe in kind of supporting me with the clinic.
So you sound like you really believe in giving good medical attention to people. Do you have a certain specific love or age group or anything, a passion?
That's why I went into family medicine is I think I did every rotation in medical school and was like, I really like that. I really like that. Women's health, of course, it's always something that, is just being able to identify with. But my youngest patient's a week old and, I grew up close to my grandparents, so I kind of love all ages. Yeah.
Okay.
Really no specific niche, I guess I would say.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on the radio, and hopefully you'll be able to share this information with others, and they will quit paying their high costs of medical care every month. I mean, $50 a month. That's unbelievable with access to communication whenever they need it. So that is advocatedirectcare.com, and it's the same for Facebook, and we will have this information on Conroe Culture News.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with my next guest, and that will be Jeff Hutton, We Clean For You. I'm Margie Taylor. We'll be right back.
2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Does volunteering at a nonprofit horse sanctuary sound wonderful? Or are you a veteran or a veteran spouse and think trying a peer group session through a local Horses and Heroes equine program might be worth trying? Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary, located in Grand Central Park by appointment only, is home to a growing number of rescued and donated horses. Visit our website at henryshomehorsesanctuary.org or check out our Facebook at Henry's Home Horse and Human Sanctuary for more information.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
And we are back on Margie Taylor Conroe Culture News, Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1, and generally out of downtown Conroe. I think we're still kind of downtown Conroe-ish. We're at the Conroe Tower while Lone Star Community Radio is having some remodels done. We will be back there next week. So thank you, Victoria Ensley, for letting us use your office today. So it's kind of impromptu, but it's all good. So next guest today is Jeff Hutton with We Clean For You, and Jeff has been on here in the past. So tell me about We Clean For You, Jeff.
Good afternoon, Margie. How you doing today?
Good. Halloween, so I have the Halloween hat
I
on.
see that.
Because it's not about the cobwebs, is it?
No, it's not about the cobwebs. We get the cobwebs. That's one of the things we get.
But it's okay to have the cobwebs and the dust right now.
Right now, it's okay, yeah. But we'll come in maybe
Clean sweep.
Thursday, and we'll clean it up. Yeah, we can do
Yeah,
that.
because then you got to get ready for the holidays, right?
Holidays are coming up. Yeah, things are getting real busy with the holidays
you?
coming. Everybody wants to get their house clean for Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever you celebrate. I mean, it's just everybody needs their house clean.
Is that your busiest time of year?
Absolutely, absolutely. Things slow down a little bit in the summer. Then when the fall kicks in, school goes back, kids are out of the house. Everybody realizes the house is in bad shape. It's time to get it cleaned.
Yes.
That's what we do.
So you started this business over 4 years ago, 5 years
Almost,
ago?
it'll be 5 in December. It's
5
amazing
years.
how fast it goes, yeah.
Yes. But you do something different. You also have a community partner, Cleaning for a Reason.
Cleaning for a Reason. We partnered up, as soon as we heard about them, we immediately said, this is something we want to do. It's a give-back organization. So it was started quite a few years ago. And it does free cleanings for women undergoing cancer treatment. That's the whole program.
And not just in October.
Not just October, and we care about all the body parts, not just the breasts. So it's all about any woman
All
going
the
through
body
cancer
parts.
treatment. And they can go online and apply. It's cleaningforareason.org, and they can actually request us. There's like 10,000 maid services in the country that do this. So if you're in Albuquerque or Minneapolis, there's somebody that will come help you if you have cancer. A woman has cancer. Now, what Lucille and I have done, Lucille's my wife. She's the one that really runs the show.
She's the brains.
She's the brains.
Right.
Right, correct. She just lets me hang around occasionally. That's how it works. What we have done is when a husband has cancer or a kid is really sick or something, where does the burden fall, right? It all falls on the wife. They're the one driving everybody to appointments.
They're the caretakers.
They're the caretakers. So we go in and we just do a lot of free cleanings, and we're doing 100 cleanings a week now. So we're able to give back and just do some free cleanings just because people need the help. And, to be honest with you, I can take a check to the bank all day long, but going out and helping a family or a woman it's just really struggling, I can take that to the bank, a heart bank, forever and ever. So it's great,
It really makes a difference and makes you feel the reason for what you're doing.
Absolutely. Because, we all need to make money, but giving back and helping people out, it's just,
It's what we do,
It's
right?
what we do. I mean, that's what everybody should be doing.
If it weren't
Let's
for the
just-
community, you wouldn't have a business.
Right. If we just
So it
helped, if
makes
everybody
sense.
just helped out other people, we'd be so much better off, wouldn't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
right.
I agree with you there. So
That's
tell
our
me
business.
about your maids. How many maids do you have?
I think we have 16 now, but we're always looking for
lot.
good maids. So can I ever tell you, if somebody's out there and we're looking for a cleaning job, we're always looking for people to clean. I mean, it's a great job. It's good money, but it's hard work. You're scrubbing baseboards. You're moving the whole time. You're not sitting at your desk just playing on clicking the mouse all day long. So
But there's a few things that makes your residential cleaning service different.
well, I think, I've said it many times. Our business is not about the cleaning. Sure, we clean great and we have good chemicals and we have good people to clean, but our business is the customer service, and it's taking good care of the clients. We live in a really fast-paced world where things are just constantly changing, right? So we have somebody scheduled for, we had somebody scheduled for this morning, and she's texting us last night saying, I got to leave the house at 7:30 tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to be there tomorrow. Can we reschedule? That's what we do. We don't penalize people for having to reschedule. We work the schedule all day long. We have 2 other ladies in the office who do a fabulous job just keeping up with the schedule and keeping up with the changes. I mean, people have health issues and and they're going to run their parents here, and they got
have
kid
real life issues.
They have real life issues, and sure, they like to have their house cleaned, and we all do, but things come up. And
Things
so we
happen.
just have to be flexible. And then, of course, we have to be flexible with our ladies, too. I mean, sure, we want them to show up and clean, but, most of them have families, and so they have to, occasionally we got to bump somebody, move somebody around. It's a big job, but it's just taking care of the clients. That's because it's a very personal business, because we're in people's personal space, right? This is your home. This is where all your family is, your pets, of course, that's included in your family, all your stuff, all your memories, everything. That's that one place.
So how
in the world.
how do you get into their homes?
How do we get into their homes?
You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't just let somebody into my house.
Well, we do a background check on every maid. So we're making sure they don't have any felonies, but they don't have any theft. So that's the big thing we're looking for, first of all. So we want people that are, good, solid people.
Legitimate.
Yeah. Then we interview them, we talk to them, we meet them, we put them through a week training program on how to clean a home. And it's not rocket science, but there's a technique on how to do it, and most maid services.
You have it streamlined, though.
It's left to right and top to bottom, and you learn day by day. So you do a little bit the first day and a little bit more the second day, and you're listening and watching. And by the end of the week, you should either get it. She's ready to go, or she needs to go. So we've had a few that
You're
haven't
in or
made it.
you're out.
Yeah, we've had a few that haven't made it through training, but and then we put you out there, usually on a job with a seasoned maid, and you see how you go, and then a client will like you. You do a great job, and they say, I really like this particular person. Can I have him as my regular? And then that's it. You're back there every 2 weeks. Tuesday at 9 o'clock, you show up. You get to know the family.
So it's a comfortable
You get
situation.
to know the home. You get to know just their lifestyle, what side of the sink they like their hair dryer on, all those little touches.
Little things.
We try to always send
And you
the
make
same
notes?
maid.
Do you make notes so that you remember some
We
of that
take
stuff?
completion notes on every single job about what happened. If they have a little special request that they need, or it's complicated to clean somebody's home. People have a lot of stuff, right? Some people have very simplistic, easy homes. Other people have lots of stuff and lots of pets and lots of dog hair.
What do you do about the pets if they're in the home while you're cleaning?
If they're there, usually they just clean around them. Most of the pets, they don't really
They're
bother
okay?
with us. They're okay. Some of them go outside, and some of the clients will put up the pet.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, it's not
You just work
really
around.
much of a problem. And, everybody has a dog. I've done a little research, and it seems like almost everybody has a dog. So, we have 3, so
You
they're
have 3,
great. Yeah,
yes.
they're great. We love them. So, yeah, they're our family. It's just, we love them.
So it's more about the trust.
It's not just about the dust. Invite someone in your home you trust. You've heard me say that
I
before,
have heard you
Margie.
say it. So do you have a little rhyme for us today besides that? Have you thrown something together?
You should have.
Oh.
If you'd have just warned me a little ahead of time, I could have prepared something.
Well, I know, because you're always so creative.
Well, I always say, I end my little 60-second commercials. If your house is dirty and you don't know what to do, there's one thing to remember. We clean for you, right? And
That's
everybody
right.
knows that.
Everybody knows
The
that.
Woodlands in Conroe, we branded that very well.
So
over the last few
also
years.
what's really unique about you is that you're not a franchise.
We're
You're
not a
your own
franchise.
small business.
Just my wife and I, we own the business, and we work together. We have a great relationship, and so it's fun. She's the people person. She's you're
You're the people person too.
I'm a different kind of people person.
You're the
than she is.
operations
I'm the
behind.
operations. She's the more touchy-feely kind of thing. So.
So most likely, if somebody sends a message on Facebook, they will get a reply from Lucille.
They're going to get a reply pretty quick from Lucille, or it depends on what time of day it is. It could be
Yeah.
somebody else in the office or something. We have 2 other people in the office that do a great job, so.
And you're out in the community a lot, meeting new people, because it is the relationships.
It's all about relationships. There's so many people. When I was in the accounting world a long time ago, right?
You.
So I'm a CPA. I'm an accountant, right? So I sat behind a desk doing QuickBooks and spreadsheets and all that, and I didn't know that many people. Now, I just know hundreds and hundreds of people from all these things, and it's just about building relationships with people. There's some that
Absolutely.
I know just a little bit, but I've seen them enough times. We've had brief conversations, you build up some trust level, both directions. So,
Right.
and I may not be cleaning for them now, and they may have somebody, it doesn't matter. I mean, I can't clean every house in the Woodlands, that's not
And you said you're
possible.
cleaning over 100 a week?
We're doing about 100 a week, yep. We've had a few more than that.
So
occasionally.
how many houses does a maid on average clean per day?
Usually 2. Usually a 9 o'clock job, 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and then usually a 1 o'clock job, depending upon when they finish. Sometimes they'll go a little early. Depends if the people are home or not. Some people want to be home when the maid's there, because you are in their personal space, and they're more comfortable if they're home, right? Other people, they don't even want to be anywhere near there. They would rather, they love coming home and seeing everything all clean and neat and tidy, but they don't have that mental picture of somebody bouncing around their house, moving little things and dusting and everything. They don't see all that, so
And you
they're
move
happy
the
with
stuff
that.
when you clean. You don't just clean around.
We don't just clean around. We're going to pick, depending if it's a basic clean or a deep clean, we're going to pick up things, dust underneath them. Some things are going to get dusted on a deep clean. We're going to dust every item. So,
And you've touched about 2,000 people's lives just through your social media in the last month. That's a lot.
that's a lot of people. Well, we have a great PR person that handles our social media. See, I can give you a good plug there. So,
So
it's tailorized just to us.
it's tailorized to you.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
it's not about the dust.
Invite someone in your home you trust.
We
That's the
clean
key.
for you.
We clean for you.
We clean for you on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
We're out
or
there.
the website to
We're out
find
there.
out information.
We clean for you, and it's the number 4, but you spell
We
out
clean
you.
for
Right.
you.
Absolutely.
.com.
WeCleanForYou.com.
Okay, well, thanks, Jeff. I'm Margie Taylor, and we will take a break here. This is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic. Next up, we have Theresa Wagaman, who is running for CISD Board of Trustees, Position 1. We'll be right back.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
An estimated 1 in 10 births will result in a neonatal intensive care stay, also known as the NICU. Overnight, a family can find themselves and their newborn baby in a critical situation. The Mila Foundation financially and spiritually assists families in need. If you would like to volunteer or become a monthly sponsor, please visit us at www.themilafoundation.org. Again, that's www.themilafoundation.org, because every life matters.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with the Lone Star Community Radio.
Are back with the last guest today on Conroe Culture News. I have Theresa Wagaman, who is running for CISD Board of Trustees, Position 1, which currently, I believe, is Melanie Bush's position. Is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. And of course, Melanie Bush is running for county treasurer. And of course, I hope she gets that, and I think she will. So, Theresa, you're taking a break from the polls today and to come visit with us. How's it going?
Well, day 8 is turning out to be a beautiful day. It was a gorgeous morning. I've been out there every day except yesterday. On Sunday, I did take Sunday off.
Good for
to
you.
Kind of rest, rejuvenate, be with family, get a little spirit going, and vacuum my home. I needed the last guy to come over.
Right?
I wonder if they have that campaign person special.
Perhaps.
I need it.
Perhaps they do. So it's tough, isn't it, being out there every day?
It is not. It's not what you see on television, and it's definitely more than just holding a sign. When you file for an election and you put your name on that dotted line, there's a huge responsibility and weight that is then placed on your shoulders, because you're not just out there for yourself. You're out there for your community and the people that would vote for you and anybody that you would represent, whether you're in your district or not. And then, of course, just the huge weight. You never want to embarrass yourself or your family.
But you
or
want to be
your
real.
friends. Absolutely.
Real,
Absolutely.
authentic. Those are really important. Transparency.
Absolutely.
Important traits.
Absolutely. And, that's one thing. I'm not the type of person that shoves stuff in your face. I am happy to talk to you and happy to answer your questions, but I'm not going to run up to you and, be in your face and try and get you to vote for me. I've really gone hand to hand and just talked with friends and family and made sure that I knew what the position was before I even put my name on the dotted line.
So it's a lot of work. Before that, you've had to campaign. I'm sure you've had some speaking engagements, having people over like a meet and greet type of thing. And then there's some expenses of signage, things like that. So you're like totally invested. And when you do something like this, your family has to embrace this as well, because it takes a lot of time, right?
Absolutely. Well, this time last year, I started attending board meetings and board workshops. I talked with both superintendents, past principals, past trustees, current trustees, not only from our district, but from other districts, before I even made the decision to actually file. And so I made sure that I had my ducks in a row way before, and then I sat down and talked with my family and shared the information with friends who, both encouraged me. Of course, my mom encouraged me. But yeah, it is, because everyone's involved in some way or another, even if it's just sharing a post on Facebook. That's somebody else putting their neck out, and, the opportunity to take criticism because maybe they're not supporting somebody else's candidate.
And speaking
So-
of that, you've had some endorsements, correct?
I have. I'm very proud to say that current CISD President Melanie Bush has endorsed me. That was huge. Having
That
her
was huge.
support was a huge boost and confirmation that I was doing the right thing, because Melanie has done an amazing job. And while we wear different shoes, I definitely want to continue walking the path that she has set forward and doing well for CISD.
That's great. So you have spent 14 years with Conroe ISD. In what capacity?
Well, in multiple capacities. So my children have both gone through CISD. One's still a sophomore at the Woodlands High School, but they both started kindergarten at David Elementary. I've served on every PTO board that for each individual school that my children were at. I've also had multiple organizations that I've been a part of, where I've been on scholarship committees, I've been on backpack committees that feed kids on the weekends, just multiple opportunities
community
to be
involved.
in the schools. Yes, absolutely. So 14 years of volunteer service within CISD. So that's kind of, that's where I've started.
So what is your platform, basically?
Well, Of course, it's to continue to keep the educational standards that we have, to continue to be fiscally responsible like we have, but also continue to look at and explore and update much of the safety procedures and protocol, hardening of our schools. And there's a new facet that's very, very important, which is the mental health of our children.
Absolutely.
It's a two.
That's a good new partnership with Tri-County, correct?
It's amazing. And it's amazing for multiple reasons. One, it helps kids not continue to miss school by having to leave to go to their appointments. Maybe not come to school and go to their appointments and then not come back and miss that whole day of education. Having somebody right there at the school where they can go and have their appointment and then come right back into classes, that's enormous. It's also good for the school because the teachers are not having to try and, backtrack with those kids, keeps them in line and doing
In
what
the
they
loop.
need to do. Absolutely.
Right.
They're just not missing their education. But they're still getting their help. And then, the other facet of mental health is we have a huge problem with social media. And this is with, parents as well as the school, as well as friends and neighbors need to be very aware of social media and what it's doing to our kids. It's important as a
I
parent.
think that's changing lives of these students, the bullying, the
absolutely.
suicides.
Absolutely.
Aggression, just so many things.
Absolutely. So many young adults are not equipped to handle what is happening on social media. And if parents would monitor on a consistent basis, they would be able to know what their kids
By
are
having
looking
the
at.
controls on the phones and
Well,
the computers.
Controls are important, but it's also important to go in and see what your children are looking at, what your children are receiving, what they're saying between their friends, because that can really give you a good idea of what's going on in your child's life. Everything's kind of hidden in that little tiny device.
Right.
And if they may look great on the outside, but what they're seeing and what they're reading and what they're sending may not be so great, and that may be a true reflection of what's going on the inside. And so
People can say a lot of things on social media, and it can move quickly. And
like
really,
wildfire, and it can't be stopped.
Reflect on the personalities of the students and their emotional state of mind.
Because they can't get away from it.
Peer pressure is so big when you're in school, junior,
Absolutely.
senior high, all of that.
Absolutely.
And to be liked, to be part of a group.
Right.
And that's a huge reflection on that.
Well, and much of what they see is not really accurate.
It's not real.
It's not real.
It's fake.
It is. Talk
It's
about
to
fake
make them-
news.
It's to make them feel good about themselves.
Absolutely. I'll tell you, we took a bunch of kids down to Galveston one weekend. They were having like a team building exercise, and we went to the fair part on the Galveston pier. They all got super sick on this one ride. Super sick, like throwing up. They felt horrible. They all were green and yellow. They just looked horrible. And they wanted to go back to the hotel and just kind of hang out. But first, they had to go down to the beach and take some pictures. So they all stripped down to their bathing suits, and they took maybe 5 minutes of pictures of jumping and smiling and splashing each other. And then they all got dressed and they went back to the hotel. Well, if you looked at that social media, you would have thought those kids had the best time. It was the most exciting time. God, I wish I were there with you. Nobody knew that they were all sick. Nobody knew that they stayed back, hung out, played games, and watched TV for the rest of the day. But you would have thought that they were having this miraculous time. And that, for me, was like such an eye-opener.
It's not real life.
That it's not real. And
Yeah.
it's a snippet. It was 5 minutes
moment in
of
time.
a whole weekend
Right.
that was nothing but planned. You know, it was all planned. It was all staged. It was like being on a TV set.
Isn't most stuff that way? That's
Yeah.
out there on,
Yeah.
say, Facebook?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
People
anyway.
don't always air their dirty laundry in there. Well, some do.
Right,
but
right. And
they
you just,
shouldn't.
you swipe left on those people.
Right, right. They're not very interesting.
That's right. That's right.
So you're fiscally responsible, conservative. You want to keep tax rates low, students first, and this is a nonpartisan race,
That's
right?
correct, yes.
But yet, you're a Republican.
Yes, it's, it slips in there. I think it's important to know because, there are certain values, there are certain things that I hold, very near and dear, and,
You were endorsed by one of the Republican groups too, correct?
yes. The Republican
Republican
Party.
voters of Texas.
Yes.
PAC.
Yes, and that's a family PAC. It's not a big money PAC.
So you have a lot of involvement in the community, a member of the Woodlands Chamber, National Charity League.
The Woodlands Rotary.
Yes, Woodlands Rotary. I too am a Rotary member.
Right.
MCABW, Montgomery
Yes.
County Association of Businesswomen, the Montgomery County Council of Organizations, which
Yes.
has the Woman of Distinction. I've had that
Yes.
honor
Yes.
way back when. And you're also a realtor.
That's right. I actually have a real
When
job
you're just
too.
like not at the polls,
I
you
know.
sell houses.
That's right. That's
Or
right.
help people find their new house, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been in real estate for 11 years, and I'll be honest, one of the things that I always say to everyone, I love being an ambassador for my community. I love showing them around, showing all the different areas, highlighting all the wonderful things that are happening here in Montgomery County. And education just happens to be one of them. They really go hand in hand.
Those are all important things from a realtor. You need to know where you're moving to. So if somebody wanted to find out more information about you, they can go to both your Facebook page and your website,
Correct.
which are the same and consistent.
Yes.
Teresa for CISD, and it's teresaforcisd.org, and that's
That's correct.
FOR, not the number 4, as in we clean
That's
for
right.
you.
That's
It's
right. Teachers
Teresa
do not like it when you
4.
use that number instead
don't?
of the real word. No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
That's
All
like
right.
that's like using K for
Okay.
Q.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so spell it out.
That's right. And Teresa with an H. THERESA.
Very good. So you're going to go back to the polls?
I'm heading back to South County.
Okay, that's
you
the
know,
most popular place to be in town, I guess.
It is. It's the
And the
place to be
turnout
right
has
now.
been awesome, right?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I am very, very proud of our Montgomery voters for coming out in force, in record numbers for a midterm. It's
Amazing.
awesome to see.
I had to wait 30 minutes in line
Yes.
here in Conroe, and that was on day 1. Well, good luck.
Thank
and
you.
The polls are open for early voting through this week,
7
to
to
7.
7. That's right.
So through Friday. Then you take a break,
That's right.
and you come back Tuesday.
That's right.
So good
Don't
luck.
forget.
Good luck with the election. And that's the end of our show today. I am Margie Taylor, Taylorized PR, Conroe Culture News. We'll have links from this show posted later on the Facebook page. Have a great day.